All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Elite Again, the TEW 9 series, where we play as AEW. And yeah, you see here it's June 4th, 2020. All right, yeah, this is a weird intro. Let's get into the episode. All right, I guess before we do anything, we're gonna take a look at our last results. You see here, 2 streams ago we had Double or Nothing. Big Show got a 94. I'm not gonna run through the whole card because that was 2 streams ago, but yeah, that was the last pay-per-view. And then last time we had an episode of Dynamite. We got an 87. You see here. Just gonna run from the bottom up here. So we had a big opening angle with Kenny Omega, the new world champion, just hot off of beating Jon Moxley for the title. Making his debut as champion in front of the Dynamite crowd. AJ Styles came out. He is also making his Dynamite debut. We had the Death Riders come out, and basically Jon Moxley kind of saying like, you guys are already making plans, like I'm not here, Kenny Omega, you beat me at Double or Nothing, I'll give you that, you can have that, but being the champion is not, or winning the championship is the easy part. You have to defend the title night in and night out and be the best in the world every single night, and you're not it, and blah blah blah. And yeah, we had the Death Riders. They were going to attack Kenny Omega and AJ Styles, so SCU came out and ran them off. All right, then we had the Briscoe brothers, Mark and Jay Briscoe, make their Dynamite debut, basically make their AEW debuts. They showed up at Double or Nothing, but this is their first match, taking on Private Party, who I called up from Dev because they've been doing good lately. You see it here in this match. They did about as good as slightly worse than the Briscoes, but good enough. So yeah, Private Party, they're on the main roster now. The Briscoe brothers are here. We had the Briscoe brothers cut a promo basically calling out the Young Bucks, saying they want a tag title shot. They mentioned their history together. In this save, we go way back to 2018, our very first show, All In. You see here in the main event, we had Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks defeat Okada and the Briscoe brothers. So the Briscoe brothers, it's been nearly 2 years, but they want to get their look back, So yeah, the Briscoes are coming for the Bucks. We had Hangman cutting a promo about how he wasn't able to win the AEW Prime Championship against Walter, but he gave it his best shot. He's not going to keep on. He's not about to quit fighting. He's going to keep going. He's going to persevere. And we had, hey Kira, what's going on? Yeah, we had MJF interrupt Hangman. And MJF cuts a promo basically saying like, I was beating your ass so hard in our semi-final match of the tournament that I broke my own forearm because I give it everything I have every time I step in that ring. And I don't make no excuses. Unlike you, Hangman, you couldn't get the job done and you couldn't win the title. And then yeah, basically just riling up Hangman to the point where Hangman's like, why don't you come down here and fight me? MJF, he walks down to the ring like a big man, like he's gonna go one-on-one, but then of course we have Jonah Rock come out and attack Hangman from behind. And then Jonah Rock and MJF are beating up Hangman. Cody runs out and makes the save. He got a 94. We had Brody Lee squash Cesar Bononi, which didn't do that great. Then we gave him a promo where he beat up Chris Brooks and jumped him into the Dark Order, basically, and that got a 53. So things not looking too hot for the Dark Order. We had an AJ Styles backstage interview where he thanked Christopher Daniels and SCU for having his back, helping him out not get jumped by the Death Riders. Then speaking of the Death Riders, we had Jon Moxley, fresh off of losing the World Championship, going one-on-one with Wagner Tresero in a match that got an 85. I believe this was a Wild Brawl. Yeah, it's a really good match. And yeah, you know, this match kind of was born out of Kento Miyahara and Wagner faced Pac and Shingo, and they beat them at the pay-per-view. So, you know, just kind of keeping them facing the Death Riders, and Jon Moxley getting the last laugh in the end. All right, and then we've got Big Stoke cutting a promo where he's upset. You know, Awesome Kong and Ali should be the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions right now, but Bianca Belair, she cost us the match. She ruined it. So I demand that Tony Khan come out here right now and make things right and give us the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships that we should already have. And then we had Bianca Belair come out and she talks some smack. Stokely says she's never going to get a shot at Awesome Kong like he's been saying. And then we sent Renee out there. She announced, I'm just getting word from Tony Khan that he has made it official. Awesome Kong versus Bianca Belair for the title in 2 weeks. So yeah, we're going to do that on the first Dynamite we booked tonight. We had a 8-woman tag team match. Hikaru Shida and Mika Iwata, the AEW tag team champions. I'm thinking about calling them the Shining Samurais. Because, oh, well, we can't see it here, but that's the name of Hikaru Shida's gimmick. And I think it just sounds cool, so Shining Samurai. Also, I looked it up, and samurai can also be the plural of samurai. So we can just call them the Shining Samurai and not the Shining Samurais, which I think looks a bit weird. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, they beat Odayo Tai, the team of Kagetsu, Hana Kimura, Hazuki, and Rina Yamashita in a match that only got a 66. A little disappointing. But yeah, we're keeping the momentum up for the Shining Samurai. We had a Mox promo before the main event where he's basically like, you know, if you guys thought I was just gonna go away quietly after losing the championship, you're wrong. Yeah, and in the main event, we had the Young Bucks, hot off of winning the title at the pay-per-view, getting straight to work, defending against Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, in a match that got a 90. All right, then we had an episode of Dark. We booked a horrible match between Jonah Rock and Ilya Dragunov. We got a 38. 38. That's insane. Neither of them even, like, Jonah got a 50, Dragunov got a 48, but they had, they're both unimportant, so that brought it down. And on top of that, they had terrible chemistry together, which is surprising to me. So yeah, one of the worst matches we've ever booked. And then we brought the crowd back with a Hangman promo that got an 87. Love throwing Hangman promos on Dark, you know, or Mox or Davina. Just, you know, somebody please bring the show back up from the whatever crappy match I booked. Yeah, then we had the Odayo Tai team of Hana Kimura and Martina get a win over Penelope Ford and Dark Sheik. We had an MJF promo. We had a proud and powerful promo leading into the main event where they beat Bird Reference. That's the team of Dalton Castle and Cara Noir. And a match that got a 78. It was pretty good. All right, second Dynamite. It got an 80. We had a pre-show match where Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs got a win over Wheeler Yuta and Ultimo Dragon. Ricky Starks is really good. He's really good, especially considering that he's not like that over. So I really want to find a way to bring him to the main roster. I've been thinking we can do something where like he shows up backstage after Will Hobbs loses a match and he's like, what the hell, man? Like, the last time I was around here, you're this big, dominant, strong guy, and here you are losing to so-and-so. Well, what the hell's going on, man? We need to get our mind right. We need to set things straight. You know, just have him come on and basically start teaming with Will Hobbs. So yeah, that's something we might do. I don't know if I'm going to do that immediately, but that's just a thought. All right, and then we started the show. We had Pac and Shingo defeat SCU, the team of Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. I believe I had Jon Moxley interfere in the match and help them get the win. After the match, we had the Death Riders attack SCU, and we had AJ Styles and Kenny Omega both run out to make the save. Christopher Daniels gets on the mic and calls out Jon Moxley. Yeah, the ball's on him. All right, and then we've got Brody Lee defeated Paco Gonzalez. Everybody knows Paco Gonzalez, right? Yeah, he got a 16 in this match. My goodness. Yeah, it's just... No, we don't need to... Wait, I'm sorry. It was funny. Yeah, then we had another Brody Lee promo. Got a 58. Yeah, so far Brody Lee not doing too hot in AEW. We're gonna keep putting him on the show. We're gonna keep trying. Hopefully he'll gain some momentum and gain a little popularity and start doing better. But so far, not too great. We had a backstage segment where we have Kagetsu blaming Martina, saying she cost them the match last week. And basically Hana Kimura came to Martina's defense. She jumps in between her and Kagetsu, and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, Martina didn't cost us the match. It was no one's fault. Everybody calm down. So yeah, Hana Kimura taking Martina's side here. We had the Briscoe brothers in another match defeat Butcher and Blade. Got a 66. We had another Briscoe brothers promo, but this time Santana Ortiz came out saying like, you guys, you just get here, the Briscoe brothers, and you think you could just call the shots? You think you can just call for title shots willy-nilly? You know, we lost the championships, but we're still one of the best damn teams here. So if you want a title shot, you're gonna have to get through us. Got a 70. Pretty good. We had a backstage segment with Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles. I got a 76. Oh yeah. All right, here I booked Adam Page to face Jonah Rock, and we had Adam Page win by DQ. It doesn't show here. The reason he won by DQ is because we had Tom Lawler show up and attack him, who we signed Tom Lawler last week. He is going to join Jonah Rock as one of MJF's security guards because, you know, MJF, he's got a broken forearm. I imagine he's going around for big cast. Like, I'm injured, I'm still showing up every week to work, unlike you lazy pores. So yeah, what we were supposed to do, we had Tom Lawler show up and attack Adam Page, costing the match. It was supposed to lead into a segment where Jonah Rock, Tom Lawler, and MJF are all attacking Adam Page, and then Cody Rhodes was supposed to make the save again. And we were going to have Cody basically challenge Jonah Rock and Tom Lawler to a match. Like, you know, I see MJF's injured, but you guys seem really eager to fight, so why don't we do it? Why don't we have a match? But I just completely did not book that. So yeah, that was just a mistake on my part. Yeah, that was just a mistake. We're just gonna move on and pretend that I did, because it doesn't make sense storyline wise that Tom Lawler shows up, attacks Adam Page mid-match, and then everybody just leaves. You know, they just walk away. Like, yeah. All right. So, anyways, we had a segment where Renee announced that Omega versus Styles is happening in 2 weeks on Dynamite. Woo! We're gonna be booking that today. Should be good. We had the AEW Women's Champion Awesome Kong pick up a win over Alley Cat, who I believe did really bad in this match. Yeah, she got an 18. I don't know. Her stats are not that bad. You know, her fundamentals seem solid. Her stats seem okay. She's not that popular though. Maybe that's why. But an 18 is really low. So yeah, we're probably never gonna bring in Alley Cat ever again. Yeah, we had Stokely cut a promo on Bianca. We do that every show. And then our ritualistic Mox promo before the main event. Mox basically reacting to the announcement of Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. You know, of course he's upset. He's like, oh, so we're just giving out world title shots willy-nilly now. AJ Styles shows up and, oh, he's such a big deal. He's so special. Oh, he gets the title shot. Oh. So yeah, Jon Moxley's pissed. And then in the main event, we had Walter make the very first defense of the AEW Prime Championship. taking on Claudio Castagnoli, and I believe this is the third singles match I've booked between them. I could be wrong. It might be their second, but I think it's the third. And yeah, we had Walter go over clean, retain the title. I think it was clean. I can't even remember. Yeah, Walter retained the title. Another mistake I made, I wanted to have Walter cut a promo on this show somewhere, and I just didn't book that. So yeah, mistakes for me. All right, then we've got an episode of Dark. We had Ring Camp, Timothy Thatcher and Axel Tischer taking on Top Flight, Dante Martin and Darius Martin, who are, you know, they're getting better. They're getting better. When I first signed them, when I first brought them into Dev, they were not this good. So it's nice to see they're progressing a little. We gave Walter a promo on Dark instead of Dynamite, I guess. We had Hannah Kimura and Martina pick up another win against Julia and Queen Aminata. You might notice that I've been booking them against heel teams lately. Because Hannah Kimura is going to turn face eventually. We really should do that soon, actually, because we've been teasing it for a while now. We had a Lucha Brothers promo where they're just hyping up the main event. We had a 6-man Kenta and Private Party taking on Psycho Clown, Black Taurus, and Puma King. I got a 68. We had a Bianca Belair promo. They got a 78. It's good. That's on the higher end for her, I'd say. Oh yeah, and then the main event, we had the Lucha Brothers take on Garza Jr. and Humberto. Got an 80. All right, and now I believe we're ready to, you know, get the show rolling here. Is there anything going on here? No. Actually, let me just, before we actually proceed, let me just show you guys real quick. I started planning out some ideas for All Out, which is September 5th. It's 93 days away. So it's not really coming up anytime too soon. It's more than 3 months out. But you know, it doesn't hurt, I think, to get an outline of what we're trying to do. So you see here, I've left blank spaces for a few of these matches. I'm thinking for the tag titles, I kind of want to do Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King versus the Bucks. But you know, Jimmy Jacobs, I believe he's like red hot or very hot momentum. He's pretty over. He's probably one of our most over heels, I'd say. But I don't, you know, Kenny Omega's busy dealing with Moxley and AJ Styles. So I don't really, he's not going to move into the world title scene, unfortunately. Sorry, Jimmy Jacobs fans. But I think as a tag team, these guys could have a great match with the Bucks. So this, you know, we might do that at the pay-per-view. Might be some kind of stipulation match. I have no clue what we're doing with the women, honestly. I know we're doing Bianca Belair versus Awesome Kong on this episode. I don't know what we're doing at the pay-per-view. And for the tag, I don't know. We're going to have to just see. Adam Page versus MJF. I believe MJF, let me see. The pay-per-view is September 5th. And he'll be back August 3rd. So we're just not going to book him in any matches until he's like recovered. And then at the pay-per-view, we're going to do him versus Adam Page. And yeah, hopefully it's a good match. Again, maybe a stipulation match. I don't know. And you see here, I've written down Briscoe Brothers versus Beer Money. Yeah, we've got James Storm on the roster. We've got Bobby Roode on the roster. I'm gonna figure out a way to reunite them and have Beer Money back. They're probably just gonna be in Suzuki-gun, both of them. And yeah, I looked it up on Cage Match. This is a match that's never happened before, which is surprising to me. But it also, you know, it's also not super surprising. The Briscoes were in ROH. Beer Money was in TNA. Apparently, the only match any of them have ever wrestled together in is there was a 6-man tag in TNA where the Briscoe brothers teamed with James Storm against I forget who. I believe it was like Eddie Edwards and 2 other guys. And yeah, that's it. Briscoes versus Beer Money has never happened, so we could do that at the pay-per-view. I think that would be cool. And of course, you know, there's a bunch of people that aren't on here, like Mox and Cody and Davina. I'm sure we're gonna flesh this out more as we go on, but these are just like my ideas right now. But yeah, I think Briscoes versus Beer Money would be cool. Also, did anybody else not know that the Briscoes wrestled in TNA? Because I had no idea. Like, I feel like there was a period of time where I just didn't know anything going on in TNA, and I guess the Briscoe brothers were there during that period. I had no clue about that. Oh, Kota Ibushi blowing an eardrum during a match. Oh, but he won the match. Good for him. Yeah, if you're going to blow an eardrum, do it at the finals of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. Who did he face? I have no idea who that guy is. Right. All right, very long loading screen. Oh God, Jerry Lawler, please no. What? Oh, GCW bringing in Nikki Cross. I forgot she's a free agent. Yeah, she's over. I need to remember this and think of some way to bring her into our roster because we are like desperate for women with some type of popularity right now. But yeah, we're not going to do that right this second. Do I have her on the short list? No, I don't. We just bring Nikki Cross in and throw her in Jimmy Jacobs' group. She can go for the women's tag titles and team with friggin' Punishment Martinez. All right, let's see what's going on here. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Don Callis has left New Japan. Oh yeah, didn't we sign him? He's here, right? Oh, Jessica Havoc cracked her sternum. Oh jeez. Sounds painful. I hope she's alright. Let me just make sure. We did sign Don Callis, right? Yeah, I gotta do something with this guy. And the sheer like amount of people I have signed in this save has straight up become a problem. I have all these people where I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta figure out something to do with it. Like Don Callis and Ricky Starks. And we signed Swerve last stream. And we just put him in dev because I don't know what to do with him. It's fine. It's like fine for him to be in dev for a little bit though, because we needed heels down there. And I feel like we need heels on our roster anyways, so he'll probably be a heel when he comes up. Ultimo, you're the trainer, please. If you keep not bringing people up to the main roster, do they like get upset and like quit eventually? I wonder. Right. Who is this? ROH. I'm gonna assume this is like an auto, like a generated person. Or maybe it's just someone I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we've got good tech. I guess I could have. I should have started talking about this before we got to Wednesday. Yeah. So you may have noticed on my YouTube channel that I started a CMLL 2004 series. I guess the way this is gonna go from now on is I'm just gonna do like one stream will be All Elite again, and then one stream will be CMLL. Oh, Mr. Wrestling 2, RIP. But yeah, so I'm just as like a general schedule, I'll probably likely always be streaming AEW on Friday or Saturday, and then CMLL on Sunday, unless there may be some weeks where I'm only able to stream once, just life and stuff. But I guess that's what we're doing with the channel now, because people seem to really respond well to the CMLL video, so we're gonna be continuing that. And I'm very excited. That doesn't mean that this series is going anywhere. We're going to keep it going. All right, and now it is, without further ado, it is finally time to book some Dynamite. This is a stupid dope mix. On this episode, we're gonna book Bianca Belair versus Awesome Kong. I think it's gonna be the main event. But next week or in the next episode, we're gonna do Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. So I think for that one, I'm gonna do it in Chicago. Let's see. Chicago is not in the Midwest. It is in the... God, why can I not think of this right now? Oh, it's in the Great Lakes. Thank you. Oh yeah, so we're gonna steer clear of the Great Lakes. Although, oh, we were like literally just here. St. John Arena. Oh no, that was Ohio. Okay. So we're gonna go to Chicago. So we're still in the clear for that. So we're gonna steer clear. We're gonna go somewhere else. Let's go to the Mid-Atlantic. Let's hit up West Virginia. This place has 75 importance. All right. I feel like I always go for character ideas first, so let's try to get some angle ideas. Let's switch it up this time. Big gamble. All right, we're too much of a switch up. Oh, a near certainty. Okay, can we get a near certainty angle idea? A bit of a gamble. All right, no angles this time. Let's get a character idea. A bit of a gamble. Okay. All right, let's get an angle. All right. You guys really have no angle ideas at all this time? A near certainty. All right. We had to get through all the bad ideas to get to the one good one at the end. All right. I'm going to give that meeting like a 6.75 stars out of 10. because they got me with the twist ending. I was getting all upset about all the gambles, but they came through in the end. It was a plot twist. We're not going to do anything here. Yeah, now you see I pre-booked a good amount of stuff here. I don't think it's definitely not a full episode, but I just pre-booked some stuff. All right, so our likely main event, Awesome Kong versus Bianca Belair for the women's title. Did I? Yes. Okay, I did. You see here, they're going to go 15 minutes. I want it to be a regular match. Yeah, we have Allie interfering. I'm also going to do, here. Stokely Hathaway distract. So basically the idea here is that Bianca Belair, she finally gets her title shot that she's been calling for. And the deck is fully stacked against her. She's got Kong. I mean, she's got, not Kong. She's wrestling Kong. She's got Allie and Stokely at ringside. They're causing distractions. They're interfering in the match. And, you know, she tried really hard, but in the end, Awesome Kong, hits her finisher. We're gonna do clean win. Or, well, no, it's an interference finish. Whatever. Awesome Kong wins is the point I'm trying to make. Alright, so that's our main event. In another match, we've got Christopher Daniels taking on Will Hobbs, one-on-one. I gave them 13 minutes storytelling. Please, Will Hobbs. Please, Will Hobbs. Please. He's not that great. But I just needed somebody to have a match against Christopher Daniels. He called out Moxley last week. We're going to have Christopher Daniels go over. We've got SCU at ringside. No titles on the line. All right. We have, I believe this is the very first contract signing segment I've ever booked in this save. We're doing a contract signing between AJ Styles and Kenny Omega for their world title match that's on next week. And yeah, you see here, we started off with a 1-minute segment where we're going to have Renee Paquette come out and basically just get the crowd ready. Like, all right, in a moment, we're about to have the champion and the challenger for the AEW World Championship match next week come out, and we're going to have a contract signing, everybody. Ooh. And yeah, we have the challenger, AJ Styles. He comes out first, 4 minutes storytelling. He's cutting a promo. He's talking about how basically he really needs this match against Kenny Omega, and he really needs to win. You know, for years and years, he's heard the fans talk about, oh, AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega. Oh, they need to wrestle each other. The match should have happened in New Japan. Who's the better Bullet Club leader? And he basically wants to put all the silence to rest. He wants to find out the answer. He thinks he's better than Kenny Omega. And then we have Kenny Omega come out. We gave him 5 minutes hype. He gives his response where he basically says, you know, Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. This is the ultimate dream match, and I intend to win because, no disrespect to AJ Styles, the same way you have your drive to be the best wrestler in the world, I also believe that I am the best wrestler in the world. And there's a reason that everybody talks about Kenny Omega, and it's not because of AJ Styles, it's because of Kenny Omega. So yeah, things get a little heated between Kenny Omega and AJ Styles, but in the end, they're both baby faces. So, you know, I figured they end it with a handshake. Maybe like Kenny Omega's gonna pull out of the handshake, but then AJ Styles like he does the thing where he grabs him and pulls him back in. You know, they lock eyes and it gets real intense, but no actual fighting. And I know that in wrestling, more often than not, when there's a contract signing, somebody gets put through a table. Yeah, well, you know, they're two baby faces. So no funny business. There's no getting put through a table. No John Moxley interference. Just AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, they're hyping up their match. Straight up. Here we have a Christopher Daniels promo that's gonna. I need to take the one off of all these. Christopher Daniels cuts a promo after his match where he calls out Mox again. And we have Mox and the Death Riders come out, and basically John Moxley, he's kind of like, how dare you call me out? How dare you challenge me to a match? You know, you think you're so big, everybody all of a sudden thinks they're so tough and they think they can just challenge me and take what's mine, the AEW World Championship. Take my title shot. I'm going to make an example out of you. I'm going to show what happens when you call out John Moxley. I'm going to break. All right. John Moxley, Christopher Daniels segment. And finally, I pre-booked a Wild Brawl tag team match between the Briscoes and the Suzuki-gun team of James Storm and Lance Archer. I want this match. Well, first of all, I want it to just be a good match. But I kind of want this match to be like the catalyst for James Storm to, he's kind of gonna spiral after losing this match where he's like, God damn it, God, I can't, like, we're gonna do a backstage segment, maybe it'll be on Dark, where he's basically pissed that he lost this match and he's gonna be like, you know, I used to be one of the greatest tag team wrestlers on the planet, and God damn it, I still am. I'm gonna make some phone calls and I'm gonna show this damn company what some real tag team wrestling's all about. And you know, we're basically teasing Bobby Roode showing up. Except we're not doing that right now. We're just doing a match. I'm getting too ahead of myself. I don't know if that segment should be on this show or just on Dark. Yeah, let's just continue booking the show, and maybe if there's time, we'll do that. Okay, so we've got a Wild Brawl and a storytelling match. We need to steal the show. So let's see, who can we book? Oh yeah, we gotta advance the the story with Cody, Adam Page, MJF, all those guys. I don't know if we're gonna do that match on this show. Those two guys versus Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock, but I don't know if that could be a steal the show match. I mean, I know Adam Page and Cody are both really good. They'd be fine probably. But Jonah, yeah, he's got great brawling. He's got good consistency though. And Tom Lawler also pretty consistent, technical. Maybe it could be a steal the show match. I don't know. What else do we need to put? God, the storyline's cold. This makes me sad. We could book another Brody squash. This one we've kind of been going steadily advancing it, doing little promos here and there, matches. Although I just now noticed that all the tag matches we've been doing with Hana Kimura and Martina haven't actually been progressing the storyline. So I'm gonna have to remember to put that as a note if I do more of those. Oh my god, this is extremely cold. God, we probably should just end this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing, Fielda Fantasma. The End Time and Eddie Kingston storyline is a little cold, not too bad. I should probably just have Jimmy Jacobs cut a spooky promo. We'll give him 3 minutes backstage. Foreshadowing. Should I make this advance their storyline? Even though they're not talking about Eddie Kingston. You know what? Actually, they can be talking about Eddie Kingston because the last time we booked any of these guys, Jimmy Jacobs beat Eddie Kingston in a barbed wire match. So it'd be weird if he just didn't mention that. So yeah, 3-minute end time promo. Very ominous and spooky. Let's give Bianca Belair a hype promo backstage. Let's give her like 4 minutes backstage. Hype. We're just gonna keep it simple. Renee, interviewer, Bianca being. All right, easy peasy. Oh, we have to remember that we have a near certainty angle idea. Let's do a Stokely promo too. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Stokely be mad that he's just gonna be like, it's not fair. How dare Tony Khan just hand the title shot right over to Bianca Belair? What has she even done to earn it? What has she even done? She beat Davina at the pay-per-view, but Stokely Hathaway is just being an asshole about it. Awesome Kong just should we do like intimidation maybe? Just look menacing. Let's give that a try. We'll put Denise Salcedo here. Oh yeah, they're talking about Bianca. Yeah, we're gonna use the angle idea on this. Because Stokely and Bianca are both very hit or miss, but I feel like Bianca does better like overall. Like I feel like when she hits, she does better than Stokely. You know, actually, maybe we should use it for that then, actually, now that I'm saying that. Here, we'll give her 5 minutes. All right, we still need a steal the show match. We need to advance this story. We have the Briscoes wrestling already. You know, we're doing a lot of got me just going into this off of nothing. We're doing a lot of title matches just on Dynamite right now, like week after week. I figure though, you know, it's June, it's about to be summer, the weather's nice, it's hot outside, everybody's feeling good. You know, we're just gonna have like an AEW hot period, you know, where we're heading into summer. Just here's a bunch of title matches. Everybody get excited. It's summer. So that's the way I look at it. Oh, well, Mox is in this segment, so he doesn't really need his own promo this week. And we have the contract signing. The contract signing is going to be before the main event. Trying to see who we can book for this Steal the Show match. Of course, there's like the Young Bucks, but you know, we've already got Briscoes on the show, and we're kind of building towards the Briscoes versus the Bucks, so they don't need to wrestle on this show. They just defended their tag titles. So Wagner just lost to Moxley. I mean, I feel like Wagner's always good for a Steal the Show match. We could just get wacky and do something like Wagner, Ray Phoenix, and Penta versus the heel trio. Psycho Clown? I mean, God, this feels more like a dark match, but this could definitely be a Steal the Show match. We got to figure out something with Wagner. Wagner and Kento Miyahara and the Lucha Brothers actually are all too popular for us to not have anything for them to do right now. So we definitely need to figure it out. But anyways, Steal the Show. 10 minutes. Let's give the win to Penta. All right, just a random match. Let's do a segment. What are we opening the show with? I have no idea. I kind of want to do a backstage segment with Cody and Adam Page, but I don't know if it should be, because it could also just be an in the ring segment where Cody's just gonna cut a promo and be like, "Look, MJF, I don't know what your weird plan is, where you keep on saying all these nice things about me, but then you're going behind my back and trying to attack one of my best friends. But we're not going to play your little game anymore. So if you guys have got beef and you want to take us on, then why don't we have a match?" You know, yeah, let's do that. 6 minutes in the ring. Cody, character development. Adam Page off screen. Maxwell, Jacob Friedman off screen, Jonah Rock off screen, and Tom Lawler off screen. Or, you know, here, we'll do 4 minutes. And we'll do another 4 minutes. We'll do tease. And in the second part, we'll have MJF come out. And MJF's going to be like, "No, man, no, you got it all wrong. There's no game here. We're not trying to trick you, Cody. We're not trying to get anything. You know, we're cool. We're friends. You know, but me and Adam Page, well, Adam Page can go to hell. I hate them." Yeah, Cody's gonna again ask, you know, he's gonna say, "Well, you know, if you have an axe to grind, why don't you get in the ring with us? You know, you and one of your goons versus us." And MJF's gonna be like, "Whoa, hold on, buddy. I would love to get in the ring with you. You know, it would be a great honor for me to wrestle Cody Rhodes. But unfortunately, I am injured right now. So but you know, my two buddies here, Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock, they'd be happy to oblige." Something like that. I don't know. Anyways, 8-minute segment. We're going to open the show with this. Why not? It's not the main angle, but we're doing a big contract signing. So, yeah. It'll be weird to have AJ or Kenny Omega cut a promo at the beginning of the show and then also come out for a contract signing. Oh, you know what? Let's get a Young Bucks promo in here. Because yeah, Alright, we'll do this. We're gonna do a backstage segment where Renee is with the Bucks. And Renee is going to inform the Young Bucks. Next week, on Dynamite, we're going to see a match between the Briscoe brothers and Santana and Ortiz. I've just been told this by Tony Khan. And it is going to be a #1 contenders match for your tag team championships. How do you guys feel about that? And we're going to give them 3 minutes. And basically the Young Bucks will say, "We will honor the terms of the match." Oh yeah, basically the Bucks are cool with it. They cut a little promo. They cut, you know, one of their little promos that they like to do. Well, you know, one of your little promos like you do, you show mommy's friends the promo. All right, we need 14 more minutes. This match really sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know. We might leave it. We might change it. It really sticks out to me like a sore thumb. It's just like, what is this match about? Why are these people wrestling? All right, 14 more minutes. Let's do a backstage segment. All right, more storyline development. Adam Page and Cody. Adam Page, character development. Cody, character development. 2 Cody promos on this show. Man, we're cooking. Melissa Santos. You know, actually, we don't need anyone to stand there. Or whatever. Melissa Santos can be there. Maxwell off screen. Also, you know what? We need to book Brody Lee. Is there anyone local? We could book a 49-year-old CW Anderson. The job's Brody Lee. Oh, Griff Garrison. Yeah, Griff Garrison. All right, Brody Lee is going to win. He's going to dominate. I mean, here, let's swap these actually. I only need 2 more minutes, but we've got 12 minutes really if we want to. So I keep giving Brody Lee promos and they're not great. I don't know. He's got the promo skills. I wonder if them being banged up, like the quite a small negative effect. I wonder if that affects their promos. Because his promos have been like in like the 50s. We're gonna do it anyways. Whatever, man. He's the exalted one. Also, yeah, we're gonna have him like cut a cool little promo. Here, 2 minutes. Character development. And then after the promo, he's gonna I don't know, maybe he just picks up Griff and gives him another big discus lariat. Should we also let Ultramantis Black talk? See, in my head, I imagine that Ultramantis Black would be like, everyone in whatever town we're in, West Virginia, silence! Please stop whatever you're doing and give your full undivided attention to the Exalted One! And then Brody Lee would cut his promo. But Ultramantis Black's unimportant, so I feel like it's going to bring it down. He'll just be in the background. He's not unimportant in my heart. They don't love you like I love you, Ultramantis Black. Oh, and Grief Garrison. And we'll do this surprise. I don't know. Right here, we'll make this 3 minutes actually, because 2 minutes seems short. And then this part is just gonna be 1 minute. Grief Garrison, Victim, Brody, Attack. Man, going from Brody Lee straight into Jimmy Jacobs is kind of, this is a weird block right here. Brody Lee squash match, Brody Lee Dark Order promo, and Jimmy Jacobs promo, and then a random steal the show 6-man. Alright, nobody being overused or anything. Is there anyone? Oh my god. Did we book any woman at all in the show? Oh, right, the main event. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry, Davina Rose. You're gonna have to be on Dark this week. Alright, and I just had something else in mind I wanted to book. We're gonna do a backstage angle. 3 minutes. Should this be like storyline, foreshadowing? Foreshadow. Actually, here, we'll have him worn, alright, we're gonna do a backstage segment with Sting, who we never book anymore. We're gonna have ourselves a little TNA reunion backstage. We've got AJ Styles, we've got Sting, we've got Christopher Daniels. Here, we'll put Frankie Kazarian in the background, Scorpio Sky as well. Screen, John Moxley off screen. We'll do Kenny Omega off screen also. So maybe Sting is like, I heard that you're going to be wrestling Kenny Omega for the title next week, and I just want to say, AJ, it's so great having you here in AEW. I've known how great you are for all these years, and it's time that everyone knows how great you are. And he warns them, like, don't take John Moxley lightly. That guy is insane. He tried to break my neck. Oh yeah, it's just a little way to get Sting involved in the show. And he's like, look, man, I know how this guy works. They like to jump people. I'm just saying. Oh my god, we're at 59%. Ugh. So many promos on this show. Where should this even go? God, a lot of promos in a row here. I don't know. We're just gonna have to leave it like that. We're a little light on matches on this show. Should we give like... Hey, we've got 5 matches. Like, what if we give this one 2 more minutes? Will the game like freak out? Use too much, use too much. 1 more minute? Slightly overused. Alright, we can live with slightly overused. Oh, we forgot to give Walter a promo again. God damn it. I don't even know what the hell we're doing with Walter. I don't know. He'll have a promo on Dark, man. Also, Claudia. Although Claudia doesn't work Dark. Damn it. I don't know, man. This is a jam-packed episode. There's a lot going on. We've got a women's title match in the main event. I believe this is the first time we've done a women's main event on like any show, pay-per-view or Dynamite. So, you know, shout out to the women. I love ladies. Shout out to all the ladies everywhere, all over the world. Shout out to all the ladies, all the girls, all the mommies. We've got a contract signing between Omega and Styles. It's going to be hype. It's freaking 10 minutes. Adam Page and Cody are talking. Random Dr. Wagner Lucha Brothers match. Probably a Brody Lee squash match is going to do bad. A Bianca Belair promo we hope does good. You know, I'm feeling like an 85 on this show. An 85. If the main event does well, which do we have a finish for that also? I should have checked. We've got a safe bet. We're using it. All right, so I really hope this main event match hits. You know, hopefully, I feel like this match can get like at least an 85. So yeah, I'm guessing that the show is going to do an 85. Let's go. Oh my God, the opening segment with Cody, MJF and Adam Page gets a freaking 96. Welcome to AEW, Tom Lawler. This is how we roll, baby. 96 segments. Get the hell out of here, MLW. Christopher Daniels and Will Hobbs in a storytelling match gets a 63. The crowd wasn't super into it. But I mean, Christopher Daniels got a 62, Will Hobbs got a 42. Not the worst match we've ever booked. That was the Jonah Rock Ilya Dragunov match. Ooh, and this gets an 80. All right. Ooh, and the crowd's white hot already, man. You see what I'm saying? You see, it's a hot summer. It's a hot wrestler summer. And Stokely Hathaway with a mid promo. Mid. All right, thanks, Stoke. All right, I've got the Briscoe brothers taking on Suzuki-gun, James Storm, and Lance Archer getting a 72. Pretty good match here. James Storm only got a 45. That's a little concerning since we're gonna bring back beer money, but maybe Bobby Roode's better. Oh yeah, we get the official announcement backstage that Briscoes versus Proud and Powerful is happening next week, and it's gonna be a #1 contenders match. Woo! And oh, I didn't put any of the Briscoes or anybody off screen. That's my bad. But yeah, I got a 61. Okay. The Bianca Belair promo 76, not the best from her. Again, it's like I don't know what's up with Bianca and Stokely. Sometimes their promos are really good, sometimes they're not great. I don't know. 76 is all right. Brody Lee versus Griff Garrison gets a 51. Oh, Brody Lee got a 62. Okay, all right. Griff Garrison was rusty, but he got a 27, which is not the worst score I've ever seen. Some of the jobbers we bring in are not great. Griff Garrison 27, not bad, not bad. 65 segment after, not terrible. All right, backstage TNA reunion with Sting, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels gets a 70. Sting, don't mess with that Jon Moxley, man. He's crazy. All right, we got a spooky promo from Jimmy Jacobs backstage, just being very ominous, very vague, not quite talking about what he's talking about. All right. I have 6-man action. Wagner, Trasedo, and Lucha Brothers take on Psycho Clown and the Hybrid 2. This is a match that could easily have main evented Dark, but we needed a steal the show match. So yeah, the match itself gets a 75. Ray Phoenix is off his game, but still got a 76. Lucha Brothers, we should have stuff for them to do. See, that's the problem with having a stacked tag team division. It's that the Lucha Brothers and Santana and Ortiz are both really good. But it's like, we have to get them out of the title picture. We can't just keep doing... We've done every combination. Like, we've done Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers versus Proud and Powerful versus the Young Bucks. We did triple threat matches between them. We've got to move on. So we need to find out something for the Lucha Brothers to do. This was kind of just to keep them busy. I am talking a lot in this episode. Backstage segment with Adam Page and Cody Rhodes gets a 78. All right, the crowd's very hot. This has been a good show so far. The contract signing between... The best part of this was when Renee spoke by herself. That's a little sad, but all right, the contract signing got a 69. LOL. You got the funny number. Everybody get hype. All right, an 82 main event. Our very first ever women's main event. It was for the women's world title match. An Awesome Kong makes defense number 1 of her world title. 82 is pretty good. It's good. We can't complain. Take that all day. And the creative finish was a success. See, should we just turn Bianca Belair face right here? Yeah, I feel like this is a good time to do it. Screw it. Because we could do it in a promo or something next week. But I mean, she can turn face during the match. Yeah. Turn face. Complete success. Woo! I think this is the first time we turned somebody and it was a success. So yeah, I'm happy about this. Oh, an 84. Slightly disappointed that more of the story... What? What? You guys are spoiled. All right, 84. 1 point less than I guess, but that's fine. Good number. All right, it's time to book some Dark. Okay, so first things first, let's get some ladies on the show. I feel like on the past few Darks we've been doing Hannah Kimura and Martina having matches. Yeah, we had a big Odeal tie match here. Let's do Hikaru Shida and Mika Iwata. Let's get the champions out there. We'll have them wrestle Queen Aminata and Sky Blue. Although, wait, didn't we just have Odeal Tai beat Queen Aminata and Julia last week? Alright, we'll do Sky Blue and Trish Adora. Screw it. Sorry, Queen Aminata. You can just hang out backstage. Yeah, let's give them 12 minutes. They're the tag champs after all, right? And actually, no, let's give Mika Iwata the win, because I believe I was checking this before, and yeah, I think Hikaru Shida, yeah, hot momentum, Mika Iwata only warm. And, you know, we want to get both of them over. Oh, did I not even book the match? What am I doing? Trish Adora and Sky Blue. Oh, I wonder if the game's gonna penalize us because God, I think they're all unimportant. Man, I keep forgetting about that. Who do we have on the women's roster that is over? I mean, obviously we have AJ Lee, but we haven't debuted her, but I feel like she's gonna have to be a heel. We desperately need heels. So we're gonna have to figure out what the hell we're gonna do with AJ Lee and bring her in as a heel. Of course, there's Ali and Awesome Kong. Wait, just show me. All right, they're all unimportant. Great, great. We're just gonna book it anyways. Whatever, man. What is it gonna hurt their popularity? All right, let's get Davina out here and give her a promo. You know what? Actually, let's make this a Davina promo where she gets interrupted by a Dale tie. And Mia Yim too. Here we're gonna do. We're gonna set it up with Melissa Santos here, because it can be a thing like where it looks like it's about to be a Davina Rose and Mia Yim interview, but then before they can even like really give the interview, we're gonna have Kagetsu, Rina Yamashita, and Hazuki pull up. And, you know, just some trash talking back and forth, just some general bad blood between the two teams. Just kind of want to farther that angle. I mean, we could maybe book Davina Rose and Mia Yim versus some combination of maybe like Rina Yamashita and Hazuki on Dynamite. Who else is here? Oh yeah, let's give Walter his promo. Sorry, Walter. He won the championship at the pay-per-view, and since then, I keep forgetting to book him to cut a promo on Dynamite, but then it's like there's no time left on the show. Yeah, we're gonna give him 4 minutes in the ring. Storyline. Or Walter. I don't know. What should be the point of this promo? He's a fighting champion. He's gonna take on all comers. The ring is sacred. Yada yada yada. I'm a good wrestler. I would never cheat. I would never have my friends help me out. I would never lie. We should give Tom Lawler and Jonah a match. Tom Lawler, are you... Oh, he's recognizable. Let's go. Oh, I know they're heels. Alright, who do I not mind them going over? And what the hell am I doing with best friends? You know, if I can get way off topic for a second, I feel like me doing the CMLL series, it'll in a way help me out with booking this series, just because it'll give me more time in between the AEW streams to like try to come up with ideas, which, you know, I feel like now the roster has gotten so big and there's like so much we're trying to do that sometimes I have trouble trying to come up with ideas for people. You know, these storylines don't write themselves, you know. But yeah, I guess, you know, that's one, like, I don't know, it's something. I'm just talking. We could have them beat Jurassic Express. Screw it. I feel like I never booked these guys. I think Jack Perry has like pretty bad stats though. Yeah, versus Jack Evans. Oh, Jungle Boy. I'm looking for Jack Perry. Luchasaurus. We're gonna have Jonah Rock get the win. Even though Tom Lawler is brand new on the roster, you know, we do want Jonah Rock to eventually get recognizable. So yeah, clean win. Or here, actually, we're gonna do a distraction finish. Jungle Boy will be distracted by MJF. So not a clean win, tainted, but whatever. And that can lead into an MJF promo on Dark because he's here, so why not? Yeah, just more of MJF reiterating, you know, Cody Rhodes is good, Adam Page sucks. My boys Jonah Rock and Tom Lawler, you know, they're real tough guys. I don't think Adam Page is up to it. I don't think he's ready for them. Shout out to Tom Lawler. I do like him as a wrestler. He's pretty funny. Although I will say the whole thing with the denim shorts where he takes off the shorts and he has shorter shorts underneath. It is funny, but I wish he like would stop doing it. I feel like he started doing it and it was funny once, so he was like, this is gonna be my gimmick for the next 5 years. All right, we can get like one more match on the card. We should book Darby Allin. So here we're gonna do. I don't know why I thought of this combination, but Darby Allin, Dragon Lee, and Hijo del Fantasma will take on. I mean, we've got Flamita and Bandito here doing nothing. They can be in this match. Oh, and Robbie Eagle. Yes. Robbie Eagles. I forgot he's back from injury. I mean, this can be 10 minutes. Why not? I would make it a steal the show, but it's dark, so we don't really need to. We're going to give the win to Darby Allin. Let's have this be open. I mean, this could be the main event, honestly. Sorry, tag champs, but none of you guys are over. I mean, yeah, let's do it like this. We still need 4 more minutes. Oh, you know what? Let's do all right, backstage crash out with James Storm. We're gonna do 3 minutes. I think we've done storyline, character, and tease on this show, so we're gonna do foreshadowing. And yeah, here for this, let's do. See, the way I envision it in my head, it's like all of Suzuki-gun's there, and Minoru Suzuki is kind of like getting on James Storm and Lance Archer, like, come on guys, you losing matches out here on TV, what the hell, you guys need to shape up, blah blah blah. And then that kind of leads to James Storm getting pissed off and being like, god damn it, I used to be one of the best tag team wrestlers in the world. So yeah, we're gonna do Minoru Suzuki. Let's throw Denise in there. Yeah, let's send Denise into the Suzuki-gun locker room. Zack Sabre Jr. will just be here also. Lance Archer is here also. I mean, actually, you know what? Here, we're gonna do. I mean, we could actually add more time to both matches. I don't know why I did that. Alright, this is an episode of Dark. The main event is very random. Tom Lawler is here now. I hope this gets like a 78. 78. Oh, Tom Lawler with the 65. Pretty good. I'm happy we signed them. Also, not a bad showing from Jurassic Express. That spending some time in dev has done good for them. All right, and this gets a 63. Did I? Oh, okay, yeah, MJF distraction. All right, and the MJF promo gets an 80. Why is the crowd simmering? It's a good promo. All right, backstage segment. Minoru Suzuki is very upset at Lance Archer and James Storm. How dare you guys sully the good name of Suzuki-gun? James Storm. I've already repeated this multiple times. All right, the Shining Samurai taking on Trish Adora and Sky Blue. Gets a 58. Nothing here about the crowd, about nobody in the match being over. I'm kind of surprised, but whatever. Decent match. But yeah, I'm changing Mika Iwata's gimmick because her current gimmick was poor. So we're literally changing her gimmick to the same gimmick just to see if it ends up being better. Oh, and it got an initial rating of great. All right, cool. She can't do any comedy. All right, Walter promo in the ring gets a 72. Backstage confrontation between Davina Rose and Mia Yim and Hideo Tai gets a 67. All right, and then our very random main event featuring the return of Robbie Eagles gets a 73. Robbie Eagles is rusty, of course. You know, we can maybe send him to Dev for a bit, but you know, whatever. It's not that important. 72, not as good as I hoped, but it's dark. I've made 1.6 million. Woo! Popularity went up everywhere but the mainland United States. Oh, Ishii up for grabs. Dude, should I sign him? Oh, he's banged up now. But damn, look at these stats. I mean, I say this every time a New Japan wrestler comes up. If we really want to book him, we can just ask New Japan to loan him to us. So we don't need to sign him. If it was like a thing where they weren't going to re-sign him, I would probably pick him up right now. Yeah, 60. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's, you know. Oh, yeah, we'll let New Japan keep. Oh, the Necro Butcher retired. Oh no. Please keep him off the internet. 8.4 million people watch Dynamite. My goodness. Oh, Arn Anderson. Good things about Hazuki. Wow. Hikaru Shida keeps asking for time to heal. I keep forgetting. We need to straight up give her like a week off at some point. Maybe in the next Dynamite, if I remember to do that, we'll give her and Mika Iwata some time off. I mean, yeah, see, this is why we signed her to an exclusive contract, because she's working in all these other companies. Like, of course she's tired. Look at this. I mean, but sure, she can have next week off. As the younger new age British Bulldog. I don't know what they call themselves. Los Niños del Bulldog. Los Bulldogs. Yeah, this is the younger one. We don't have him signed. Let me actually look at the dev roster real quick. How much popularity do Thunder Rosa and we do need women that are over, so you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we could bring these two up to the main roster and just have them lose to you know, Hikaru Shida and Mika Iwata. You know, we should do that actually here. Thunder. Oh yeah, I guess whenever they take the title off her, we'll bring them up to the main roster. This is that Australian indie company. We don't need to buy them. Yeah, we don't need that. Oh, Indy Hartwell's here though. She's not great, but also doesn't have a ton of experience. 70 star quality though. 5'4", is that accurate? She looks really tall every time I see her, or like relatively tall. Is she really only 5'4"? I don't know. I shouldn't say things about that. I shouldn't question the mod. Oh right, Shane Strickland's here. They are never gonna take this title off Luchasaurus. Holiday and Britt Baker had a 62 match. Britt only got a 40. Oh my god. Wait, so Toxin and Latigo have been a team this whole time in Dev, but then now Gringo Loco and Toxin won the tag titles? That's crazy. Also, I didn't know that these two were the tag champs. Didn't know that. Two ladder matches on one show. Huh. Alright. All right, how many times are they going to tell us that Hikaru Shida needs a break? My God. Please. Give her a break. My God. Like, can we like... Yeah, you can give them 1 week paid time off. Let's give her and Mika Iwata 1 week off and see if that like helps them out. Even though they just won the goddamn tag team titles. Because yeah, she's begging for a break. Yeah, she's orange. She's orange. All right, here, 1 week PTO. All right, Karushita, please rest up. I hope a week is long enough because I really, we're in the middle of trying to get them over as the women's tag team champions, so this is not a great time for us to not be booking them. But 1 week is fine. We can do stuff with Odeyo Tai and Davina and Bianca Belair and such and so forth. Let's keep going. I know we can skip multiple days at once, but I really don't like doing that. Because, you never know. You never know when, like, Okada is going to walk out on New Japan or something, And then it'll be like, oh man, we advanced a week, so WWE signed them. Sasha Banks left WWE, but signed an exclusive contract to AAA. Brock Lesnar is hurt. That is good. Good. Oh, and speaking of, she's going to be on a TV show. All right, cool. I never watched that. Yeah, I never watched that Star Wars show she was on. I like the original Star Wars movies. Like, maybe this is not a oh, pregnant Risa Sarah. Why are all the women in this save getting pregnant? Why? It's like Viper is pregnant, I believe. Big Swole, who is not in our roster, is pregnant. I think Chris Statlander is pregnant. Now Risa Sarah. Why are they all getting pregnant? Anyways, that completely derailed what the hell I was talking about. But yeah, Star Wars. I like the original movies. I liked the prequels as a kid, but going back and watching them, they really are not that great, especially episode 1. It's pretty bad. And I feel like episode 3 is just so boring that I don't ever want to rewatch it. I don't know. Basically, all I'm saying is that the old Star Wars movie is good, new Star Wars movie is not good. I thought, what was it, like episode 7? Whichever one that was. I thought that one, like the first entry in the new Star Wars trilogy, I thought that one was pretty good. Like, it had a lot of like homages to the older Star Wars movies. So I thought it was a pretty decent movie. Then yeah, the next two after that both just kind of stunk. They turned all the male characters into bumbling idiots. Even though they already had a strong female lead, they were like, that's not enough. We need the male characters to be dumb. So yeah, I don't know. Star Wars. I did like the that one spin-off where the one where they're finding the thing to give to send the message to Princess Leia, or for her to send the message to Luke. I thought that one, it was like I can't, for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of that movie. I'm so sorry. But I feel like the story, it was a part of the story that nobody needed to be told. But the movie itself was okay. Like, I remember watching it and being like, this movie doesn't need to exist, but I'm not mad that I watched it. Oh, Kota Ibushi is gonna wrestle in Stardom. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man. He's gonna wrestle Mayu Iwatani and they're both just gonna immediately at the start of the match land on their necks. Okay, it is Wednesday. It is time for us to book some Dynamite. But I gotta take a little break. I gotta drink some water. I gotta stretch these legs out. But when I come back, we're about to book Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. Woo! For the World Championship on Dynamite. We're also gonna have the Briscoe brothers versus Santana and Ortiz. And Moxley versus Daniels. It's gonna be good. We've got some cool stuff coming up. So if you're enjoying this, please like the video. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Hijo del Amigo on Twitch. Hijo del Amigo on YouTube. I'm gonna take my break. Don't go anywhere. Woo! All right, and we are back. I looked up the movie. It was Star Wars Rogue One I was talking about. Pretty decent movie. All right, it's time for Dynamite. Yeah, it's gonna be the big Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles special. Whoa! Oh, nobody needs the night off. Yeah, let's give AJ Styles the night off. And like I said, we're gonna go to Chicago. We're going to the Sears Center, baby. It's a big Dynamite. Maybe this Dynamite could have like a start of the summer theme, The Solstice Slam or something like that, The Summer Solstice Slam. The Summer Solstice Super Slam, S4 for short. All right. I'm glad we figured that out. Let's get a creative finish. Give me like a near certainty for Kenny Omega. Near certainty for Nick Jackson. We'll take it, but not quite what we need right now. Let's get some more angle ideas. We need to get some angle ideas and use them for Brody Lee. And all right, and we didn't get any. All right, bad meeting. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 thumbs up. Cody hanging out with Isaiah Cassidy. I can see it. I'd hang out with Isaiah Cassidy. He seems like a cool guy. Evil Uno pulling a rib on Shingo. It's not going to be so funny when I book you guys to wrestle them. When I book Pac and Shingo to beat Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. Allison Kay hanging out with Darby Allin. Weirdly, this also makes sense. All right, first things first, let's book a Dark Order promo. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna book Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. My voice getting a little raspy there. I feel like I turned into Mike Tenay for a second. Or I mean, not Mike Tenay. Who's the other? Oh, Jeremy Borash. The other one. I gave them 25 minutes, but let's give them like let's give them a full 30. A full 30 minutes. We want our best people on this. So get in there, Arn Anderson. It's for the world title. And some of you guys are going to get mad. Some of you guys might not like this. We are going to do a... We're going to do a draw, but it's going to be a DQ finish. Where, of course, well, yeah, we're going to have AJ Styles attack Jon Moxley. We're going to have Pac and Shingo go after Kenny Omega, ruining the dream match between Kenny Omega and AJ Styles. He's unhappy. Oh, but AJ Styles. Wait, what? AJ Styles is like, it's gonna be a draw. God damn it. All right, yeah. So first title defense for Kenny Omega is going to be a double DQ draw, where the Death Riders are gonna ruin the fun for everyone and interfere in the match. Speaking of the Death Riders, we're gonna open the show with Jon Moxley versus Christopher Daniels. Actually, oh, he's furious. Whoa, Mox, buddy. Look, Mox, it's DQ. It's DQ. It's not, he's not gonna really beat you. You're gonna get yourself disqualified from beating him up so hard. Oh my dude. Anyways, here we're actually gonna start the show not with the match, but we're gonna have a hot start where Death Riders and SCU are gonna be backstage. They're gonna brawl from the back all the way out to the ring. And, you know, let's give this another minute, 4 minutes. Hype. And yeah, basically they're gonna brawl all the way down to the ring. Eventually, Christopher Daniels is gonna get Moxley into the ring. Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian are gonna fight Pac and Shingo. You know, they're gonna fight them off back to the back. Then what I want to happen is it's going to be an intentional DQ where you see here, we're only giving them 13 minutes, but there was already brawling before the match. We're going to have it be where basically, you know, we can do, I mean, this can be a storytelling match. This doesn't have to be like an all-time classic. We're advancing the plot. See, what I imagine is that Christopher Daniels, he would be getting his ass kicked by Mox for a lot of the match, but then at some point he starts to make a comeback, you know, he lands some moves, he's doing well in the match. Then Jon Moxley's just straight up gonna low blow him, kick him straight in the nuts right in front of the referee. Gets DQ'd, gives Christopher Daniels the Death Rider anyways. You know, it picks him up, boom, Death Rider, puts him in the Bulldog choke. He's furious. Please, Moxley, God, work with me. All right, angle. All right, basically, Jon Moxley after the match, after he low blowed Christopher Daniels, he's just gonna keep on attacking Christopher Daniels. He's gonna beat him up. He's gonna bloody him, and yeah, ultimately he's gonna pile drive him through the announcer's table. Yeah, we're gonna do like 3 minutes in the ring. Yeah, this should be serious. This is a serious angle. Christopher Daniel. This is a ton of Jon Moxley on this show. Jon Moxley is insane right now. He's out of his mind. Here, we'll do 4 minutes attacker. And then we're gonna do Frankie Kazarian. We're gonna have Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, and AJ Styles all run out, but it's too late. It's too late. They, Jon Moxley pile driver through this friggin' table. He's taunting the crowd. He sees these guys running out. He makes it into the crowd and he escapes. You see Pac and Shingo meet up with him. Okay, we're gonna have a second part here. We're gonna make this 3 minutes. And then second part is 2. And yeah, this is just going to be working the crowd. Maybe this can even be 1 minute. Just AJ Styles. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh, Jon Moxley, I'm going to get you. And Jon Moxley, he's throwing up the middle fingers. He doesn't care. Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky are checking on Christopher Daniels. Very dramatic opening to this episode of Dynamite. Yeah, I don't know why Jon Moxley's furious. He's not the one getting pile driven through a table. Christopher Daniels is dead. He's selling. Do we have like a Jon Moxley angle idea or? No. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna raw dog it. Raw dog this angle. Alright, yeah, and this is like 25-ish minutes of the show. I can't do math. 23 minutes of the show. Alright, right there. And yeah, Jon Moxley just on the warpath. Doesn't care about winning or losing the match. He shouldn't care about winning or losing the match. Because, in the end, he comes out on top. Alright, we've got the Briscoes versus Proud and Powerful. Steal the show, 15 minutes. What else would it be? Oh, no titles on the line. And yeah, we're just going to have straight up, we're just going to have the Briscoe brothers beat Proud and Powerful. I did clean decisive finish. I could do like, here, we could protect them a little. We can do Flash Pinfall. So yeah, we'll protect Proud and Powerful a little, but Briscoe brothers straight up win the #1 contender match. All right, that's already 72 minutes. Let's do a Bianca Belair babyface promo. Because, she's a babyface now. And she lost the match, but, she's holding her head high because she knows that one day, whether Stokely or Awesome Kong likes it or not, she will one day be the AEW Women's World Champion. We'll do 4 minutes backstage, character development. They're being interviewed totally off screen. Yeah, we're gonna go from John Moxley pile driving Christopher Daniels through a table to Bianca Belair promo. Excuse me for 1 second. All right, I'm back. We should do a backstage thing where Chris or AJ Styles basically it's a promo where we kind of see that he, even though he has this big world title match coming up later tonight, he's really upset about what happened to Christopher Daniels, and he's really angry at John Moxley. All right, yeah, and I figured we could also have a second part to this where we'll have Sting. Yeah, we're gonna have Sting in a second part where he'll go to AJ Styles and be like, "Oh, I tried to warn you guys. You should have listened to me." And AJ Styles is basically gonna be like, "Look, Sting. I don't got time for this right now, right? I don't got time for this right now. I got a world title match in the main event. One of my good friends is seriously injured. I don't got time for this right now, Sting. I know you're a legend and all, but get the hell out of my face." Just making Office references today. Excuse me. Clear my throat there. Do we have like an angle idea? We've got Claudio, Cody, and Davina. Okay. We need to do Cody and Adam Page versus Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock. I don't know. See, it could be on this show or it could be next week. Really. I mean, you know, MJF's going to be injured for a while, so we're kind of hot-shotting this, really. Let's book a women's match. All right, Hikaru Shida and Mika Iwata. I gave him a week off, so we can do. 10 minutes. Davina Rose is going to get the win. I feel like she needs it. Here, beat Hazuki, actually. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and put the rest of Odeotai out there. Or you know what, actually? Just Kagetsu. You know who is long overdue for a promo on Dynamite? Walter. All right, 3 minutes, Walter. Backstage. Tease. I really should figure out what I'm trying to do with Walter. See, I've got a few ideas. Like I think for the pay-per-view, him versus Wagner or him versus Kento Miyahara could both be really good matches. But in the meantime, like before then, I don't really know what to do with him. I was thinking we could do like an open challenge thing, but I don't know who. Let's take a look at our male base. Let's do. It's Cara Noir, Chuck Taylor, Dalton Castle, Phantasma, Kenta. We've already done Kenta versus Walter enough. Leo Rush, Orange. Oh, Walter versus PCO. That could be a good open challenge match. We did this in the tournament, and was it good? Oh, I got an 85, and that's the last time we used them. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa. How are Trent Beretta stats? Walter versus Trent Beretta could be cool. Who's well known? Yeah, maybe he can just have an open challenge for a while. He can wrestle like Dalton, Cara Noir. So successful. AJ is only and well known. That's crazy. I mean, he could defend against either of these guys, but he'd win. So I don't know if I really need to just book one of these guys to brand. I mean, then again, it's an open challenge. It kind of is the point. Like if we did Phoenix versus Walter and Phoenix lost, it's like, you know, it's not like we buried Phoenix. He got a title match. Who is Sting? Okay, just Sting. And Major Star. Okay. I mean, there is some people there that we can have him face in open challenge matches, and maybe we can extend it. We can just stretch it out for long enough that he wrestles Kento Miyahara at the pay-per-view. That really does sound like a sick match. Here, I'm just gonna write that down. All right, Walter promo. He's throwing down the gauntlet. What's like a cool setting for Walter? So I want to do. Let's do a pre-tape. Character development. Outside broadcast. It's like a cool location for Walter. I don't know. Maybe like at a fine dining restaurant, you know, while we see Walter, we see him roll into his seat. He's got the Prime Championship over his shoulder as he sits down. They ask him if he's ready to order, and he's like, I just got here. I need a second. And then he cuts his promo and throws down the gauntlet and says, you know, I'm the champion now, and I intend to be a fighting champion who will defend this belt with honor and integrity and will show the fans true wrestling. Yeah, these guys could be at the dinner too. Whatever, man. Whatever. Open challenge. That's all I got. Yeah, and I have to remember that's going on, and we should definitely book Walter versus PCO. That sounds fun. Is PCO? He's not on an exclusive contract, is he? Because I never use PCO. Okay, he's on a handshake. Cool. Yeah, but he's not. See, this is why I don't use him. He's not contracted to wrestle on B shows, so I can't even book him on Dark. He just has to like show up sporadically and wrestle someone on Dynamite. I should just go ahead and I'm gonna pre-book Walter versus PCO and just, you know, in case of emergency, break glass. in case of emergency, Walter versus PCO. Wild Brawl. Yeah, so we're not doing that now, but we're just gonna. Oh, thank you, game. Come on, man. Maybe it doesn't need to be a wild brawl. You know, what if it's storytelling? Okay, cool. All right, wait, what if it's storytelling 15 minutes? Okay, cool. Oh, did I? Oh, Jesus. Oh, god damn it. No. Hey, all right, we did it. Okay, cool. So we've got that stowed away for the future. Let's do a backstage segment. All right, we're gonna have backstage. Should this be tease? We're gonna have Kagetsu confront Hana Kimura and Martina backstage, and mostly Hana Kimura, and just be like, "Where the hell were you two? Like, why weren't you out there? Why didn't you help us win the match?" You know, and Hana Kimura is just like, you know, chill out, dude. You're not my boss. And we have let's see, we've got storytelling match. This regular match. this? Steal the show. We need a wild ball. You know what we can do? We can do... All right, Tom Lawler. He's got to be a good brawler. He's got to. What? Oh my god. I mean, that's not terrible. Tom Lawler and Jonah. All right, can they hack? Is there a team that they can wrestle for 10 minutes in a wild brawl? Oh, they can wrestle Karen Noir and Dawn Castle. Oh god, I don't want to like bury these guys, but they both can brawl pretty good. Oh, Timothy Thatcher. What? Get the hell out of here. We're gonna have Tom Lawler go over. Match tainted win. We're gonna have interference. We're gonna have Dalton Castle. MJF is gonna hit him with his cast. Because, you know, what's the point? What's the point of having a big old cast on your arm in wrestling if you're not gonna smash somebody with it? All Oh yeah, that'll lead into an MJF promo. Oh yeah, we've got just more typical MJF stuff where he's like, you know, these guys really, you know, you've seen what Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock can do as a team. You know, if Cody Rhodes and Adam Page want to step up and challenge them, well, Cody, you know, you're a real tough guy, I'll give you that. But Adam Page, you're stupid as hell. You think you can survive getting in the ring with these two behemoths, these two titans. Storyline development. Can Tom Lawler... He's got a little bit of charisma and a surprising amount of star quality. All right, I'm gonna have him work the crowd. Do some heel stuff. Filthy Tom. And Jonah, are you over yet? No. All right, he in theory could work the crowd, but I'm not gonna chance it because he's not over. All right, and then of course we're gonna have a part 2 where hype. We're gonna have Adam Page and Cody. They're both gonna come out. and they're both going to talk. And I don't know what they're going to say, but it should be good because they're the two of the most over guys in the company. So of course they're going to come out. And Tom Lawler can just be in the background here. Oh, we have a Cody Angle idea, right? Oh, a near certainty. Let's use it. What are we waiting for? Can this match be 13? I am so sorry, John Moxley. Wait, what did it say there? Also, so I don't forget, we're gonna set this match to be next week. Cody and Hangman versus Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock. All right. Man, who would have thought that we would be booking big angles for Tom Lawler? I was just looking through guys and I saw him and I was like, yo, why is he not on my roster? He's good. And plus, these two guys as security guards, that's such a good gimmick, right? Right? Like, I wouldn't mess with this guy. Let's give them, I don't know, I'm gonna book it for 16, but we might change that at some point. Yeah, Cody's gonna win. Or no, actually, we're gonna have Adam Page. He's gonna get hit by the cast, and Cody is gonna still win the match. Oh yeah, I don't know why I decided to start pre-booking on screen, but there you go. That's happening next week. Get hype. Oh, and the show's booked. There you go. Although we should put something in between the main event and this. Oh, and you know what? Actually, I forgot to book something, so we're just gonna book it. We're just gonna book it. It's fine. All right, yeah. Since we're already having the Death Riders and John Moxley ruin the main event, we're gonna have them attack Kenny Omega and AJ Styles. They're gonna lay them out, and John Moxley is gonna stand tall with the championship in the ring with his foot on Kenny Omega's head. And yeah, this is a surprise. Kenny Omega victim and AJ Styles. Is 5 minutes really long for a beatdown? Here, we'll do 3 minutes. And then do I need to like do 2 minutes storyline? I don't know. We're just gonna have this part where Moxley, he's not gonna cut a promo, but he's just gonna work the crowd with the belt, you know. Shingo, screw it, work the crowd. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, let's see. I imagine Shingo would have good charisma. Yeah, he does. All right, work that crowd, Shingo. Yeah, and they've already put Christopher Daniels through the announcer's table on this show. So I don't even know what they're going to do to AJ Styles and Kenny Omega. But basically, the general idea is they just, you know, they're going to lay them out. Just total beatdown. You know, and it's one of those beatdowns where none of the wrestlers run out to save them, but you get a bunch of like fake security guards and referees, and you know, maybe some of like the jobbers backstage can run out, like Wheeler Yuta and Fuego del Sol and stuff, try to save Kenny and AJ, but they get beat up too. Okay, and here we're just gonna have it be a can I not adjust the show and make it longer? Oh no. I thought that was a thing I could do. I need to cut 2 minutes though. That's not bad. Sorry, ladies. Yeah, we're gonna move this to. It's kind of weird to go from these two winning a match to a Bianca Belair promo, but I just wanted to break up the two tag matches. The Young Bucks aren't on this show, but that's fine. It's a full 125 minutes. Maybe we can imagine that they also ran out but not, you know, they didn't run out to fight them off. It would be like a thing where after the beatdown's already over, everybody runs out. It's too late. But I'm not going to actually put them in there. It's fine. All right, yeah, freaking, we're main eventing the show of Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. So if it does any less than a 90, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Yeah, we've got Mox versus Daniels should be good. Briscoes versus Proud and Powerful should be good. Yeah, so we're shooting for a 90 this time. All right, let's see what we do. All right, we open the show. Super hot start. We've just got Death Riders and SCU fighting. Just fighting backstage. They're throwing each other into those like gates and stuff and throwing each other over the concession stands. They fight down from the audience all the way to the ring. All right, Mox and Christopher Daniels in a storytelling match gets an 80. Moxley gets himself disqualified. Just screw the damn match. Just low blows Christopher Daniels right in front of the referee. And yeah, then we get a beatdown. Oh, it's only got a 65. Oh, boo! You guys aren't hyped for Christopher Daniels getting put through a table. Maybe I should have put like maybe I should have set him to take a stunt bump or something. So the crowd would have known to have been hype. 65. All right. Not the greatest. All right. Cut to commercial break. Come back from commercials. AJ Styles promo backstage Sting. Didn't do good, but he's flustered. His friend just got power driver through a table and nobody cares. The crowd didn't even get that hype. All right, the new team of Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock picking up a win over Bird Reference. Gets a 72. Right. All right, and then we cut to an MJ, or not cut to, but we have an MJF promo. He's talking smack about Adam Page. He's calling Cody tough though. Then we have Cody and Adam Page come out. Cody's like, "Look, man, you're weird. You're so weird." And Adam Page is just like, "Oh, I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm a cowboy." All right, women's tag team action. Davina Rose and Mia Yim pick up a win over the Oldeo Tai combination of Rina Yamashita and Hazuki. Gets 72. Hazuki, 47, not terrible, but not great. Rina Yamashita, obviously better. Yeah, we just wanted to get some momentum back for Davina Rose and Mia Yim. Although they did win their match last time, the 8-women tag. All right, backstage babyface promo from Bianca Belair gets a 68. All right. All right, Briscoes versus Proud and Powerful gets an 81. Has this match ever happened? I should have looked that up. I don't know. This may or may not be a first time ever match. Maybe. Excalibur is saying that on commentary. He's like, this might be a first time ever match. I don't know. Oh yeah, and we had Jay Briscoe get a quick roll up over Santana, and they stole the show. All right, we had a backstage tension with Oldeo Tai. Only got a 52. All right, not great, not great. This is why we need angle ideas. Yes, we've been teasing it for so long. We need to turn her soon. Walter at the fancy restaurant gets a 65. He's laying out the open challenge. Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles only gets an 80. Wow. When the referee lost control and stopped the match. Yeah, that's a good description. Penalized for an odd face heel combination. Huh. You know, I'm a bit disappointed in this. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right, then we close the show. The Death Riders lay out Kenny Omega and AJ Styles, and yep, that's the show. Jon Moxley is crazy. Only an 82. Wow. Wow. I am underwhelmed, I must say. Considering that, you know, we're in Chicago, the sold out Sears Center, AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega world title main event. 82. Wow. We dropped the ball here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know we would get penalized for it being a face versus face match. So yeah, I wonder how much of an effect that had. Also, apparently they both have bad gimmicks, so we should definitely look at that real and change that. All right, we got to book Dark. Woo! It's time for Dark. All right, Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles, the rematch. No. We're gonna do a tag match. Brody Lee and Chris Brooks. Take on the team of. God, I'm really tempted to do like Willie Mack versus Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, and Tommaso Ciampa. Here, you know what we'll do? We'll get top flight. Let's give him like 8 minutes. Tag match. I'm actually shocked that we can book Brody on Dark. And Brody's gonna get the win. Here, we're gonna have Brody dominate anyways. Oh, and I forgot to put the rest of the Dark Order on the side. Cool. What was that team we did last time? Wagner and the Lucha Brothers. We should do something with that again. That was a cool team. Oh, these guys are baby faces, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, hold on. Dude, I can't believe that. Latigo really got shortchanged. Friggin' Toxin and Gringo Loco. Alright, this is a crazy ass match, but it's dark, so who cares? Let's get like Christopher Daniels on this. And let's give Wagner the win. Alright. Let's do a backstage angle with E. Alright, we're gonna have Scorpio Sky talk. We're gonna have Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian. They're gonna give a very sad update on the condition of Christopher Daniels. Yeah, serious. Okay. God, Britt, why are you a face? Can I ask them to turn her heel so I can start jobbing her? Alright, I can't do that from here. Or is there any local women? Let's see. I feel like I always do this same check when I'm here. Yeah, Alley Cat's here. Yeah, okay, never mind. I mean, screw it. I don't know if I've done this match already. Let's see. No, I have not. Okay. We're gonna have Hannah Kumara get the win. And screw it. Let's give Hannah Kumara a promo. I don't even know if she's over, but yeah, we're just gonna have Hannah cut a really positive, friendly promo with Martina. Just kind of play into the crowd. We're actually gonna let's do this. Let's change it up. 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. I got Sue come out. And she's basically gonna pull up to Hannah Kumara like, what is this? What's going on? What are you doing? Why are you hanging out with Martina and not with us? We can just book another promo and that should be it. I mean, we could do Walter versus PCO straight up next week and just have PCO cut a promo right now. But no, let's not rush it, right? In case of emergency, break glass. And Tom Lawler promo? Not really. Okay. I was gonna say we could have just had Tom Lawler and them. I think Jonah has good promo skills actually. Here, 4 minutes backstage. Foreshadow. Maxwell character development. We're just gonna put Denise Salcido there. And let's let Jonah talk. Screw it. see how this does. Seven more minutes. Okay. Which storylines do we got going? Wait, we did this already. Storyline's cold. We can do a 7-minute Stokely promo. No, here, let's do like. Oh, use too much. Damn. All right, she's also in the promo. They're all being slightly overused now. Okay. All right, let's do a Stokely promo. All right, yeah, we're just gonna have Stokely Hathaway gloat really hard about the fact that Awesome Kong is still the AEW Women's Champion. And, you know, let that be a lesson to the rest of the locker room. You know, Bianca Belair is not going to be the champion. Davina Rose, you're not going to be the champion. Mia Yim, you're not going to be the champion. None of you are going to ever take this title off of Awesome Kong. 4 minutes, it's going to be like hype. Let's do a Lucha, not a Lucha Brothers. Let's do a, you know what? Let's do a Briscoe Brothers promo. Which one of them? Do they both have mic skills? I feel like they both should. Oh, Jay's better? Okay. Oh, Alyssa there. Okay. All right. This main event should at least be good. There's a lot of promos. It's dark. I don't know. 75. The main event should be good. Okay, this gets a 60. Not great, but not terrible. Holiday was offered their game. Did I not? I definitely went in at one point and changed Hana Kimura's move sets. And let me just check that real quick. Oh, what? No. Alright, screw it. I'm doing a lot of backstage stuff on screen today anyway, so we're just gonna go ahead and yeah, Hydrant is here. And what was the secondary finisher? Oh, Tiger. I think I straight up made it a move. Did I not save when I did that? I don't know. It's a package pile driver. Oh, I probably did it and then exited out. Whoops. All right, here we're gonna delete, create move. We're gonna clone the package pile driver. Can definitely be done onto a chair. Can be done off of a ladder if you're crazy. Yes. Can be done. Save. Okay, thank you. I also did that with Bianca Belair. God, we're getting really like sidetracked here. Yeah, no finish though. Is KOD? I don't see it. What would that be? Is there a Psycho driver? No, damn it. All right, we're just gonna here. Short description. What is it? What would be the technical way to explain the KOD? It's a Psycho driver. It's the Psycho driver. Here we're gonna do. Set out inverted Death Valley driver if you want to get all technical. Impact move can be done onto a chair, can be done through a table. I guess it can be done off of a ladder, right? Not really. Okay, cool. And I mean, we can give her like a 450 as like her secondary finisher, but I don't know if she actually has ever beaten anyone with that. Except for like maybe like an NXT once. Here, let's do it. Why not? Alright, I can sleep better at night knowing that Hana Kimura and Bianca Belair have real finishers now. Alright, the Odeyo Tai promo does about the same as always. Yes, we're gonna ignore it. I mean, I feel like they're obviously face now, but I want to do it at a time where it's like gonna actually make sense. I don't want Hana Kimura to turn face on Dark. You know? Stokely Hathaway with the 67. Stokely, you have just not been cooking at all this episode. I'm very disappointed in you. Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian with the serious update on Christopher. Oh, I forgot to put Christopher Daniels. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, nobody look. Oh man, this got a friggin' 46. My God. Fooled the crowd a little even. Wow. I don't even understand why this did so bad. The wrestling rating was a 53. Why is the crowd rating so low? Both of these guys are over. Yeah, Jesus Christ. The Dark Order experiment is in peril right now. Backstage segment where we let Jonah talk. I got a 58. All right, we shouldn't have let Jonah talk. Briscoe Brothers promo gets a 54. This is a terrible episode of Dark. Oh, and the main event only got a 65. All right, man. Jesus Christ, a 64. What happened? Man. Why did this match do so bad? I really wonder. Because Brody Lee is at least recognizable, and Chris Brooks is also recognizable, and Chris Brooks usually does pretty well. And it said they had good chemistry as a team, as well as these guys. So yeah, I don't know what happened here. And I'm a little disappointed in the main event, but I didn't look. I didn't see, but I feel like Gringo Loco is probably the one who brought it down. Let's check that. Why did that not do great? All right, this has been an episode full of just disappointing booking. We did it. We ran AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega on freaking Dynamite in the Sears Center, and it got an 8. And then immediately after, we had a really mediocre episode of Dark. All right, just an off night for us. Hey, 8.4 million people watched though, so there's that. Rina Yamashita wants a break now. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here so I remember next time. I'll give her a week off. All right, yeah. So, oh wait, no, I was about to sign off, but before I do anything, all right, Kenny Omega's gimmick off. Why? Why is it off? I don't really want to give him a gimmick cartoonic gimmick. I mean, but whatever, we'll do it. I feel like this should be more of a legitimate or like realistic gimmick or even badass, but he plays gimmicky cartoonish well, so we'll do that. Although then again, wait, don't some people have gimmicks where they get penalized for losing to gimmicky cartoonic gimmick? God, he should be a badass. Or I don't know, maybe legitimate? Standard? Swagger? Yeah, it's gonna be swagger, whatever. Oh, these are all likely, so I won't use them. All right, I really hope that does well because yeah, why does our world champion have an awful gimmick? And AJ Styles, his gimmick's poor, but he like literally just debuted, so we're just gonna tweet it. And we're gonna hope that does something. All right, that's gonna do it for this episode. Yeah, I don't know. We booked some matches that I thought were cool. but the show ratings did not quite reflect that. Yeah, we got an 84 and an 82. First ever women's main event on Dynamite. AJ Styles versus Kenny. God, I can't believe it. Also, yeah, let me check this out real quick. Ringo Loco got a 47. Latigo got a 47. Toxin got a 39. Okay. Oh, and even these guys, Phoenix, Penta, and Hijo, what was going on in this match? Why did they not try hard? I don't know, man. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this, consider following the channel on YouTube, Hijo de Amigo. Subscribe. You can follow me on Twitch, Hijo de Amigo. You can comment, like, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna be back next time with some CMLL action, so I hope to see you there. Yeah, and just thank you for watching. Have a good night.